So, last time, we went to Xweets, the ruin of Xweets' house filled with gummy, which the machines were clearing out and doing nefarious science shit with. And, of course, the heroes, well, Xweets, actually sprung into action. And the Keybladers, for once, were the ones who were like, is that how it feels when I just rush in?
Is this what I've been doing to people?
And then, you defeated Maze and took her back to the village, discovering, one, that there is no prison in Animal Village.
The shrine.
You mean there's no slammer?
So, like, Mr. Shoe has handcuffs, but I mean...
What are they for?
Kingdom Hearts.
Crime.
Yeah.
They're for crime. He's an inspector.
Mm-hmm.
Inspector Detective Mr. Shoe.
Yeah. They're for crime, parenthesis, his crime. He's the one doing it.
Yes.
And in chatting with Maze on the way back, Cooper might have spilled the beans a little bit and told her not only what Heartless are and how they work, but also that she could turn into an extremely powerful Heartless if she just kind of gives into the darkness a little bit.
I'm sure there's... This is information we all knew.
We all know this.
You're so pretty.
Thank you.
And then they came back to the village. Mr. Shoe took Mace to the mayor's office. Xweets followed because she was having none of it. And Cooper and Rowan went back to Red's house and nothing happened. Nope.
Well, Xweets followed Mr. Shoeback. Xweets to the audience. And this is where I fucked up.
Yeah! Because Cooper, of course, was like, I would like to look into the bag, actually. Actually, I want to look into bag. And found 5 Keyblades. Uh-oh, why do Xweets have 5 Keyblades? That's weird.
Most people don't even have one.
Yeah. And then Xweets came back, and they got into a little bit of an argument over, you know, going through her shit. And yeah,
Was my house not enough?
Yeah. And you know, a cupboard was punched, maybe, and maybe weirdly out of that cupboard fell an illustration of a heart surrounded by 5 Keyblades. A broken heart, at that. And
it
then...
looked something like this.
Oh, well, wow. And then Rowan and Xweets butted heads, nearly killing each other. And then Cooper stops and also a little heal in it.
She started it.
Yeah!
Yeah, and if your boyfriend hadn't gotten in the way, she would have finished it too.
Oh, Gwampy.
Yeah. And yeah, Rowan got a weird, of course Xweets was the only one to notice this, but Rowan got a weird, gray-white bruise that sort of just absorbed into his skin. That's probably nothing.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. And then you guys kind of split up for the night. Cooper and Rowan went outside, and Xweets screamed into a pillow a lot, as far as I remember.
I've screamed into bed of pillows, but I'll do what I can with what I got.
Is that about it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
Also, Mog is regrowing his palm actively.
Oh yeah, Cooper did rip off Mog's palm.
It is already the size of a ping pong ball.
Whoa!
By midday tomorrow, it will be fully grown.
That's fast.
But they actually
grow
taste
back.
they taste the best when they're the ping ball shape. That's a good size. Oh yeah, Sweets did say sorry to Mog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So taking
Cooper
us.
did nothing wrong. Unbelievable.
Lady V, I'm so glad you see it my way.
I'm so glad you said that. Let's get a shout out for Little Yeb. And then
I'm
let's...
furious.
I'm looking out for me
Me.
and Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag Rowan was in the wrong.
Hey.
He didn't even do anything this time. Kinda.
Hashtag I can't believe Rowan did this.
Unbelievable.
But yeah. So the place we start out today's session is with a little scene happening somewhere else. Let's change.
Ooh.
There we go.
Uh-oh. This isn't Project Destati.
Sure ain't. There is a place where neither light nor darkness has a hold. A place where the meandering fingers of fog choke out life and disperses color until the very idea of color is less than a memory. All is covered in the smog, save one place. A spire. Not one of hope nor despair, but simply a spire, which stands as the only bastion against the fog. And as a blindingly yellow lightning bolt strikes the spire, there's a semblance of life. Two figures are huddled together at the end of a table, which once seated many more. At the clap of thunder, they look towards the grand doors. The doors do not open, and yet a creature steps through, as if slipping between the seams of the very fabric of reality. It approaches the figures, stands for a moment, and then slings itself across a nearby chair. And so, we are blessed by your presence once more. I do hope we are not troubling you. Yeah. We were just about to go searching for you, you know. We were so worried. Not in the mood. Shut up and listen. There's off-worlders. Off-worlders? How? How many? I said shut up. There's two. They got keyblades. Keyblades? Here? After all this time, and now they start raining from the sky? There's a sound of lightning crashing down into the table. Will you shut it? They're an animal village. They got Xweets to help, but I think they pulled her into the grey matter. The grey matter? That close to Animal Village? That's deeply troubling. Yeah. Didn't see it, but I saw her. She was there. And at first I saw the three of them together, but when I tried to capture the Keyblade people, the grey matter suddenly rolled in the forest. And then she was appearing like, I don't know, some like big hulking monster, a giant shadow. So, now it's personal, huh? Yeah. And let's cut back to our friends over here. Hi, what's up?
Fuck? Aww.
Splash, I'm screaming.
Good.
That's so good!
Hey,
Hey, I'm sure it's nothing. Look, no RPG ever has cut away to a cutscene of evil people plotting.
No, never.
No, that doesn't happen. This is good, actually. So I believe we find Rowan and Cooper outside. I mean, are we cutting back to, like, literally right where we left off last time?
could do. I know our sort of little things we've talked about are how to end the day.
Mhm.
So,
Then I believe that's where we find ourselves. Maybe let's go for somber ambience. Yeah, so we find Rowan and Cooper hugging it out outside after having had a pretty bad fight with Xweets.
Rowan is definitely, like, hugging, like, super protectively onto Cooper at this point. Just letting him cry it out.
and I think Cooper is just in full body shakes cry mode, doesn't know how to deal with any of this.
Yeah.
And is just like sobbing and gasping for breath and can't think straight.
Oh.
And, like, as he's doing that, Rowan kind of, like, he sort of, like, shakes his head a little bit, and he's, like, sort of thinking to himself a few things, and he just sort of squeezes him tighter and, like, holds the back of his head. And he sort of says, "It's okay. We'll figure this out. I'm gonna keep us safe. I know I got us into this mess, but I'm gonna keep us safe."
What are we even doing here?
I dragged you into this, and I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be this. But with no ship and no connections, I'm gonna rebuild us a ship. Or at least a transmission, so that we can at least send a message out. You shouldn't have been involved in this, and I'm sorry. Without you here, I would have been toast anyway with the way that we landed in here. They sure as heck don't teach this, huh?
Rowan, I just want to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you home. And he looks to the stars that are starting to like I imagine it's like the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's starting to like turn into dusk and the stars are starting to come out. And he stares right up at the heaven's gate. I've still got tents. I've still got all of my items and my equipment that I bought. If we go back to the crash site tomorrow, we can set up camp there and then we'll try and find a way back home. And he pushes Cooper forward a little bit to like look him eye to eye, and he's like, I promise. You've already done enough helping me get here. You don't have to do any more. I'm taking you back.
Wait.
I think Cooper kind of like acknowledges, gives like a really just the smallest of like nods, and then just kind of like collapses into your shoulder.
Oh. I think Ro would literally just kind of hold him and sort of keep him held for as long as he wants, and just like let him like just sort of quieten down and just sort of wait. And he's just sort of thinking to himself a lot, and he's like trying to plan out a lot of like what's happening and like what has happened, what they've experienced and what they've seen, all the while just keeping held tight. And after like a little bit of like quiet, he just sort of he gives Cooper a big squeeze, and he's like, what we need to do right now is we need to eat. Here, and he pulls out of his inventory like a little pack of tissues, and he hands them to Cooper. He's like, you just sit right here. I'm gonna make her something special, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. And he sort of like he gets to work making a little campfire, and yeah, just sort of uses the 1,000 feasts and his gourmand's flame. He has a few ingredients that he had just in his inventory that he throws together, and he makes him a really hearty stew.
Yeah.
I think while you're doing that, I'm just gonna be sat off onto the side, kind of watching, still, wiping my eyes. And then Mog's gonna be sitting in my lap, and then I'm gonna pull out that diagram of the 5 keys and the heart, and just kind of stare at that the whole time, thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's done, he it takes a little while, like about 20 minutes or so. He serves up a little bowl And like with the biggest smile ever, like super supportive, he just sort of hands Cooper a little bowl of stew, and he's like, "Order up."
Oh.
And I think Cooper maybe was lost a little in thought, and just kind of and folds the paper up and puts it away, and takes the bowl. And I think seeing you smiling again about it too was gonna maybe tear up again, but for a different reason.
No.
Oh.
And is gonna slowly eat.
And he sits next to him, and he sort of like slurps and is just like a little silly with eating his meal, but he's like he's doing his best to try and be like a little ray of sunshine at least, and just like sort of after taking a sort of nice big chunk of meat in the stew, he's like, "Oh man, you know, when we get back, I'm gonna make sure to like check in with all of the cues in the in the kitchen. I bet that they'll chew my ass out for for forgetting some of the ingredients in this stew, you know, but we don't have to tell them."
Oh.
Mm. Mm. We're both gonna be in so much trouble when we get back. I say with a giggle if that wasn't coming through.
Yeah. As if I'm not already in enough trouble with that place anyway. What could be worse than being the janitor, huh? Then again, maybe if they ground you, at least I'll have company, huh?
Yeah.
I'll have to show you Master Gilgamesh and Enkidu. They're a real pair.
Right, I don't think I've met them yet.
They're really weird, but they've got heart. Master Gil keeps talking about all these crazy adventures he's been on, and all these worlds he's seen, and like all these different warriors that he's met, and all these like weapons that he's apparently collected. The guy just swings around a mop and broom. Still, he's got some words of wisdom every now and then, in among all the silly shit.
I wonder, I don't think I've ever seen a groundskeeper. I could help with that if I guess.
Oh, you'd be real good at it. That's actually perfect for you.
I'm sure someone must take care of it. I just couldn't begin to tell you who. Maybe Master Self? Who knows?
That'd be my first guess. Oh man.
I don't know, she's probably got more important things to work on.
Master Ramu's gonna be the most mad, huh?
Oh, for sure.
It's alright, Master Ifrit's shown me a few secret spots that we could hide out in. And if he's off-world, then he won't be able to tell Master Ramu where we are.
Has anything like this ever happened?
What do you mean?
Well, like someone stealing a gummy ship and going to another world. Would they come after us?
And he has like a look like he's genuinely not thought of this. Like, maybe? I mean...
Sorry.
Took their ship.
I mean, the gummy ships and the Navigummies tend to have data that goes back to... Oh, I didn't think of that. So the good news is somebody in the gummy garage probably knows where we are. It's also the bad news.
Nope. Yep.
But at least we're not stranded.
At least someone knows where we are. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I hope Pastor Ramu doesn't come here. And he's having that, like, sinking, oh shit, realization, like, all of a sudden, all at once. Like, this is, like, the first time in the entire trip, and maybe, like, one of the very few times that Cooper's ever seen him just, like, he's lost a little bit of color in his face, and he's like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
And he, like, just sort of has that face for a moment and then shakes his head and is like, no, you know what? They should have expected something like this.
I mean, to some extent, they probably did, but...
And, like, we can't have been the only ones who have done something like this. There have been loads of rogue Keyblade wielders in the past before. And so far, all we've really done is just kind of visited a new world and then just crashed a gummy ship into it. It's not like Safety Town. So technically, Safety Town is worse. And I think we'll be fine. Probably.
Freaking smash cut to back in Heaven's Echo. Ifrit standing sheepishly in front of Shiva. Shiva going, well, pay up. Told you he'd do it.
Oh my god!
And she did nothing.
Look, there was 2,000 gil on the line. That's good money.
That's good money.
But yes, then back to Sunken Valley.
And then
No, yeah, I guess it's so far it's not worse than Safety Town, or as I've come to understand.
yeah. They'll rebuild one day.
Another smash cut to Heaven's Echo. Now Ramu's staring at a screen. They flew where? This is worse than Safety Town.
Uh-oh.
At that exact same moment, Rowan gets the feeling like someone has stepped over his grave, like...
Oh, the full anime body shivers from the feet to the top of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Shivers. Weird.
Yeah.
You ever get those sometime? Like, they're the weirdest sensation. Oh, man. Whatever happens, I'll take the brunt of the blame. It was my idea anyway. And, I mean, worst thing they'll do is, expel me or something. And in that case, I can just open a restaurant.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom and Dad have, their shop, so they'll be able to set me up with business papers. Is that how?
Business papers.
I think Mog could help with that too.
Yeah.
Mog, signing, hand across throat.
Oh, and if I open up a restaurant, you could have a little bakery.
Oh, yeah.
That could be really cute. I mean, cool.
Didn't even catch that. Fully daydreaming himself about coffee shop AU.
Yeah.
And he just sort of, Ro just kind of hides his nervousness in eating more of the stew.
Oh.
All we gotta do is just camp out and be safe and maybe try and repair the gummy ship with whatever bits we can find. And hope it's Ifrit that finds us.
Hey, Mog, did you happen to keep any of the gummy pieces? Or did you leave all of those at Red's?
I think he coughs up a few little pieces.
Anything useful or just the basic shape blocks?
Yeah, it's
That's
just a square.
Wheel. Okay. Did you have to cover them in gick? Come on, man. You're the one who's cleaning those up. I ain't touching them till you've cleaned them.
Your gummy ship has been slimed.
That photo that you were looking at earlier. You were looking at it for quite a while, huh?
It seems important to the whatever's going on here, but just the one picture on its own doesn't really tell us much. It's the same 5 keyblades that Xweets has, though.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Xweets has keyblades?
I guess maybe you did kinda... You came in just to... Yeah, okay, so...
Rowan was just ready to fight.
Let me
she's
even...
upsetting Cooper.
Let me rewind even a little further back. Okay, so last night...
Uh-huh.
Xweets was sleepwalking, and kind of on her neck were these glowing yellow eyes that were just watching me sleep.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, so this was the thing that I said I wasn't going to tell, but I think that's... We can tell this now. So I don't fully know what that was about, but it seemed to be puppeting Xweets, so then I kind of got scared, and then Xweets woke up and was like, hey, don't tell anyone about this or I'll kill you, and then ran into the other room.
It's Xweets behind them right now.
So, I don't... Something's up with Xweets, I don't know what. So I was just suspicious, and when she wasn't there, but we got back before her, I thought that would be a really good time to... That bag she always carries, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was in it. It was... It was 5 keyblades?
And
And
she kept
I-
telling me to put my keyblade away when she had 5?
Well, I mean, no, yeah. I'm... See, so... My main worry is where she got them from.
Oh, I get it. She's trying to lord it over us. Mrs. I've got 5 keyblades like some sort of keyblade master. Ah, what a show-off! Ugh.
I'm worried she might be hunting keyblade wielders is the thing.
Hunting?
You don't generally just have 5 keyblades.
Nah, she's not doing that.
What? But the thing with the yellow eyes that looks like a heartless about her?
I mean, if she was hunting Keyblade wielders, she had plenty of time to hunt us. And instead, she just told us to put the Keyblades away? Miss What's-Her-Face was more of a hunter than she was. I don't get that vibe from her. You know, my heart knows and all that. And well, usually it ain't wrong, except for that time in Safety Town and that time when I brought us here. But those are the only 2 times on record. Every other time, perfect record.
Rowan, you're so pretty.
But you know what I mean? Like, she's like literally grabbed us out of a window before, and if she was hunting us, don't you think she would have done it earlier? Or been like craftier about it? Like, the second that we said Keyblade, she suddenly switched her tone and was all like, don't summon your Keyblade, nah.
Boo.
I suppose so. But there's clearly something going on here that she's involved with.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's keeping tight-lipped about everything.
And then this whole, the picture with the keyblades.
Yeah? So these were the ones that were in her bag?
Yeah. Well, only the pink one still looks like that. The other ones were kind of like faded.
Faded?
Like all the
Keyblades don't fade, do
color
they?
got sucked out of them. I don't know. They seem a little old, but I don't know. But then just in the picture with them around the heart,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
And the heart is all cracked and stuff. Well...
Could they have done this?
Maybe, but... that would need to be a pretty evil set of Keyblades to do something like that. Don't you think?
I mean, the keyblade's just a tool.
Just
Yeah.
a tool? And he puts his stew down very gently, and then suddenly, gets himself up and strikes a little pose. Do you know what Master Ifrit taught me? He taught me that the truest strength of a warrior's spirit and a warrior's flame comes from the heart. And when you have the strongest heart imaginable, so brimming with power, he said it like this. You'll be able to summon your Keyblade in its truest form. And he strikes another pose and points to the stars. And he's like, and with that Keyblade, you'll be able to shoot your heart right through to the tip. And you'll be able to use your heart's power.
Right to the what?
Don't worry about it. And you know, I thought it was dumb at first. And then I thought it was really funny. And then he suplexed me a bunch. And the more I thought about it, the more
he must
it
have been
started to
right.
click. Well,
People always suplex people when they're right.
The more the concussion sets in.
Oh boy.
because Master Ifrit doesn't use his Keyblade as often as he uses his, you know, fists. But, like, when he does use his Keyblade, it's always got this energy, you know? And then I started to realize, like, what if I tried to just do like he did with my Starlight? And, like, the more I thought about it and the more I believed in it, then I started to feel, like, more and more powerful. And that's when I got my Star Flare. That can't have just been nonsense. If a Keyblade is that tied to the heart, then these are gonna be pretty mean Keyblades to be breaking a heart as big as this. Or they're trying to fix it. And for this world's sake, I hope it's that one. And he, like, sits himself back down. He looks up at the stars again. The Academy taught us loads and loads of stuff. Loads of really boring stuff. Loads of really useful stuff in really, really particular circumstances. But that's the one thing that I believe harder than anything.
I think Cooper's just kind of, just kind of thinking it all through, and is slightly embarrassed that he didn't consider they could have been fixing it. Was just so caught up on all of this is bad. What is this? Oh no, Xweets is involved. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Xweets is going around killing people and collecting their Keyblades. So still we don't know, but is kind of caught off guard by just how quick he was to assume the worst out of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Player, good thing he's got a little light there.
And I think just all of it, the day the tiredness is catching up with him, so he's going to, if you're not already sitting next to him, he's going to go over to sit next to you. And then were you just looking up, or did you actually like lean back and like lie in the grass?
He's definitely leant back and lied in the grass. He's stargazing now.
Cooper's gonna do the same.
Oh.
Whatever it is, I don't think that this world had anything happen to it that anybody has ever seen before. There's something so strange about this place. And it's not like any of the stories or any of the histories or any of the lessons that we've had have taught us. Usually it's a world's fallen to darkness. Or the Keyblade bearers were able to show up and lock the heart of the world and save the day. I didn't even know that hearts could crack like that. I bet you it's these weird machine guys.
The specific phrase, a heart cracking, did give me IRL shivers. So it is also going to give Cooper shivers.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, whatever it is, Xweets definitely knows more than she's wanting to tell. Let alone all of the weirdness with it not being on any star map, it not being charted specifically. You know that in some of the star charts, this was literally just a small black hole? Like it's like they cut it out of the map. That's why I was so curious. I thought that it was unexplored. I think that it might have been a cover-up. I mean, heck, even the thing that we went through was, like, super strange. That, like, sent the gummy ship haywire? Like some sort of an illusion wall. Who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that? And Mayor Flappy said they had like a world barrier set up.
Was it the people on Sunken Valley that did that, though? Or was it these key bearers that left? They certainly know about off-worlders. So we're definitely not the first ones here.
If we survive all of this and then survive whatever Master Ramu has in store for us, we're gonna have to ask him all about this.
Mm-hmm. I can feel the judgment bolt already.
And on that, we are nearing our first ad break. Hello, chat. Hope you had a good little break.
Hello, chat room.
Little chat.
Little chat.
Little chat. Hello. Holy shit. Fingers crossed that my internet will behave. I maybe got it fixed. Maybe. We'll see. That would be nice. No, don't you dare. But yeah. do we want to keep focus on the boys, or do we move on?
I think we just clean up from dinner, and I'll help Rowan set up the tent.
Mm-hmm.
The Final Fantasy pocket item tent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like in 9 with the little Moogle palm at the top.
Oh.
Hey, too soon.
I mean, it's better than in Kingdom Hearts where Sora just eats a tent. You know?
DV!
Uh-oh.
DV, yes!
Uh-oh.
I can wait.
In the middle of trading, I have my money with my pants. It's fine, I can wait. Oh, that's so good.
But do we have a deal?
Yeah! Holy shit.
He's my apprentice. He's not gonna go anywhere without asking.
He'd never do that.
You're the one that knows him, huh?
And you two are so alike.
Shifred, my beloved,
supposed
yeah.
to mean?
Shifred is a really tidy ship name.
Right?
Is
It's meant to be.
ooh. One thing I will say before we go over:
Mm-hmm.
Rowan is not sleeping tonight.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
God damn it. God,
He
you deserve that trapdoor.
he once everything is like tidied away and everything is set up, like he'll be in the tent and he'll probably like lay down and say goodnight and stuff when it comes to it, but he is wide awake and he's very on alert mode and very much like thinking everything through and just feels really, really, really overprotective of Cooper right now. So he's just like, I'm on watch. Like, I will pretend to be sleeping, but I am watching right now and I am listening for anything.
Mog is just staring you down, thinking, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
I think that he'll
Playing a little
probably,
lullaby
like,
on a tiny violin.
he'll probably poke Mog on the nose and just be like, go to sleep.
Mog squints even more.
It's fine. I'm keeping watch. I'll go to sleep in a few hours.
Mog mimics looking at a watch. Just looks back at you.
Mm-hmm. I'll wake you up when it's your turn to watch.
He goes and gets his Meow Wow onesie.
Oh, yeah! Yes.
He grabs the Go to Sleep 5000, which is just a cartoon mallet.
So, are you, like, camping in the middle of Animal Village, or are you, like, in the forest?
Probably like in the edge of the forest, like in the tree line, but still you could see the clearing that I assume eventually leads to Animal Village. I don't.
Yeah.
The proximity to it unclear, but you know.
Yeah.
we just ran away.
Yeah. The R2B special?
R2B special.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's Yeah, he's just gonna stay up. He's
Yeah.
also just not really feeling like sleep right now.
Understandable.
Hmm.
Where do we find Sweets? I assume she's still in Red's / her new bedroom.
Yeah, after Red does his little Abe Simpson, she's definitely barricaded the door and the window.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I heard some shout. See you later.
Yeah, does she... What's she up to?
So their conversation, like the boys, they talked until nightfall, which we were pretty close to nightfall to start with, weren't we?
Yeah.
So I mean, she probably has a pretty uneventful standard for her, kind of, punching pillows and just, having a little tantrum about it. Nothing really eventful or out of the ordinary, but maybe a bit extra dramatic. But she's gotten it out of her system fairly quickly. There's some muscle memory to it. And I don't know, she does probably eventually lay down, and whether she sleeps or not, she at least sort of naps, just processing everything that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then once night has comfortably fallen, she sits up and just, anyone that would be listening, that I don't know that anyone would be, but just to the hypothetical audience, if anyone could hear inside, after a little bit of silence, she just says, "Wake up. It's after dark. I know you're awake."
Ooh.
Hang on, I'm trying to click a thing here. And then I have a tech problem immediately. 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
Dang.
I have to reauthorize. You kidding me?
What?
All right.
That's silly.
They're asking questions.
Cat, that's so good. Like I've already seen it, but Cat, that's really good. Ah. Sorry, go on.
They're snooping around and they're asking things, and I don't know what I'm supposed to tell them. And I mean the fucking nerve. I don't know if you heard him, but up until just now, Mr. Hero was definitely the one that pissed me off more. But who are you, Sweets? What are you? Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. Just... ugh. And then there's that fucking drawing that came flying out of the chest of drawers, and they're all looking at me like I'm supposed to know something about it. And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm supposed to know what the hell it's about, but of course I don't, because you never give me any answers. We'd make a lot better team if you'd just talk to me every once in a while. And I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. And as much as I want to hope that I don't see them again, where else are they going to go? Well, like they can just leave? Sooner or later, they're going to come back to be a thorn in my side again. And I need to know what I'm supposed to tell them, because I look like somebody with answers that I don't have. And she's just kind of up, pacing around the room. Like, Yeah, I'm fully aware of 100 things that this could look like. And I don't have any sort of alibi that I can give them. What I don't remember is only going to get me so far. I mean, the pink one, like, he's obviously the smart one, but I'm not sure that's to his benefit. You know, this is a situation that it's really easy to overthink, and it would be hard to blame somebody for doing that. I just wish you hadn't left me with the bill. You know, this shit keeps me up at night, and I feel like this is my fault, but in reality it's yours. But somehow I'm sitting here carrying the ledger of everything that you fucked up.
That moment, you 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 feel that sensation that you sometimes get. That's just a feeling, and it's hard to describe because it's you, but it's not you. And usually, before these two came, there was just this feeling that you were being tugged ever so gently in one direction. Now you're feeling that in two directions. Whether it's trying to communicate or if that's just happening, I don't know.
What? Yeah, I understand you want something, but what? You want me to? I'm not gonna fucking go eat people. I already told you this is the best situation that you're going to get, and I've extended to you a courtesy that nobody else would. I'm carrying around. There's no point in this. But that fucking drawing. They took it with them, so I can't even look at it. I mean, I know what's on it, but I don't know what's on it. And I just... And sort of in the middle of her sentence, like, you know, she's been sort of using herself as a coding duck here, more or less. And, you know, at some point, whether it's because her hand starts throbbing or because her eyes just sort of, you know, make their way back to the corner of the room, it suddenly occurs to her, is there anything else in there? And Sweets is going to go back to the broken chest of drawers that the drawing came from, and just, you know, maybe do a little Cooper about it, and just do a little Coop snoop.
Yeah, do a little Cooper about it. Yeah.
It's pronounced Coop Scoop.
So, I mean, this chest of drawers definitely had some sort of, like, basic lock on it that's still sort of engaged. So even though it's broken, it's still, like, you still kind of have to rip it open a little more to get in there, or just kind of stick your hand in and drag whatever papers out you can get. And well, what you find in there is what seems to be written in what you can only guess is Red's pretty bad handwriting. What seems to be notes on oral history. Notes he's written down, either things he's heard, some of them are sourced to a few people. Some of the names you recognize, like Mayor Flappy. Some of them are not sourced at all. And what they describe is that some years ago there was a horrible event. The machines had dug too deep and had broke into something that should have been left well alone. And when they did, Sunken Valley got attention from people who you don't want attention from. And before long, Sunken Valley was an absolutely cataclysmic, awful place to be. And there was a group of warriors who came and who seemed to have good intentions. They were beating back the other invaders. They were slaying monsters. They were making sure that the animals had at least some place to be. Except, of course, this group of warriors weren't here to help. They just wanted to find the heart that the machines had dug up. And when they did, they'd gotten what they came for. And then they left Sunken Valley to die on its own. And there's a lot of, like, differing narratives, and some of it is a little bit of a mess to read, but from what you can gather, or rather from Rhett's, like, summary to himself, the warriors found out where the heart was, tore it out with 5 keys, which caused the planet to crack. And then they left.
Writing down real quick.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. Well, I don't know what I expected. I really thought this would be more helpful than that. And for reasons that she couldn't put into words if asked, the description of how the warriors ripped the heart out and left makes her really, really angry. And I think it's the type of thing where she sits there and reads over it again, and just sort of stews on it, probably pretty quietly. And then finally, like, she's fucking tired. But even though she doesn't know what this is about, like who the warriors were, I mean, she has an idea who one of them might have been. She feels almost personally offended, like someone's out there telling lies about her, but if someone had asked what's the lie about it, she couldn't tell them. But either way, like, she fucking, like, crumples the paper up. And, like, I don't know, probably starts to, I don't know, go to chuck it out the window, but then she stops herself and she kind of, uncrinkles it and is like, it puts it in her pocket at least.
Hmm.
But she has to wonder, is the heart of the world gone? The heart of the world was gone, the place would be fucked, right?
Who
And
knows?
then she also has to wonder, like, if this is the type of information that this ramshackle resistance is running on, is it even worth trusting their mission to begin with? If they don't even know what the hell they're talking about? I mean, it sounds like they're cosplaying heroes and fairy tales, which, ironically enough,
Hmm.
suits fucking Bowen better than she might have thought. But, like, what are they even gonna do with this? With their stupid handgun things that don't. I mean, what they burp sawdust at things. They're certainly not going to do anything to the machines this way. And, like, she has this awful feeling that somehow this is going to end up being her problem, but also absolutely zero desire to extend a hand if I can do anything about this to begin with. Because what?
Mm-hmm.
It's all fucking hopeless. Like, it doesn't matter if the information is stupid. It doesn't matter if Red's full of shit. It doesn't matter if the two Keyblade boys think that they can come in with their Keyblades and save the world from they don't even know what. After a while, there's gonna be a ruckus, and then the ruckus will die down, and everything will go back to exactly the same kind of base level shitty that it's always been. So ultimately, what point is there even getting mad about it?
Hmm. Something else catches your eye as you're sort of just thinking, mulling this over, just looking over the papers. And there is something clearly not written by Red, but written in a very, like, a very strict, like, absolutely practiced calligraphy. What seems to be some sort of research notes into how the heart was either torn out, broken, whatever happened. And while most of it is numbers and speculations and things that don't really make sense to you, what does make sense is that it seems to point at the fact that if these 5 keys were found again and used in conjunction with something called gray matter, then the damage that has been done could possibly be undone. And then what is clearly Red's handwriting, having underlined some of it and written in the margin, is that Red is afraid that the machines plan to use these keys to get unharmed to the heart.
Of course.
And yeah. like part of some of the history about when the heart broke is that this dark mist came out, which was extremely dangerous and transformed people into monsters. And it's assumed that you'd need protection against that if you'd want to get close to the heart. But again, like it isn't from the papers. It isn't clear who wants to take the keys and why, except maybe to undo the damage. And Red, probably a little paranoid, but who knows?
I mean, the machines would like to find a safe way to get in there and continue consuming. It seems like maybe the first bit of credible speculation that Red's done in this whole document.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's definitely some parts of it where you're like, no, I can see where he's getting this from.
It doesn't take a genius to know that that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember off the top of my head. Xweets wouldn't have seen any of the notes that Cooper searched through when Red was asleep in his little dad nap, would she?
I mean, they were just kinda out, and they might even be in this room currently. So it ain't. It's very possible.
Hang on, I'm having a thought here. Let me formulate for a second.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
so far this seems like a pretty small amount of information. So I'm trying to decide, would Xweets have reason to go looking for more information, or would she just assume that was all that this idiot wrote down?
Yeah.
Because like even though she doesn't, it's not like she goes, oh yeah, I remember all of this shit because it happened with the blah, I saw it on the news or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not because she wants answers so that she can fucking fix the world, because fuck that. That's that's something that children think is possible. But like, it's not like her one companion is going to be able to give her any answers as to fucking why she's even here. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're just a desire to find out anything that she can to fill in her own gaps might draw her to look more. And like, I'm trying to think if it feels like there would have been time for Red to go back to the room in between that happening, and if he would have put things away. Either way,
Core raid. Hello, Core. Thank you for raiding. We are so in the thick of it. I mean,
Or end raiders, welcome.
Welcome in.
Welcome. I mean, I'll say this, like, if nothing else, it sounds like Xweets is also getting frustrated. Just like at first it's just a curiosity, like maybe there's answers for me, and then that turns into, what the fuck is this guy even like, huh? Like, does he have a plan at all? And that might push you to search further.
And Xweets has already been pretty frustrated and disappointed by people seeming to be in a position of power to do something, who apparently can't be trusted to do even the most basic parts of their jobs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming how. Side question before I go any further: how well lit is the place right now? Because like if it's after dark, how dark is it in the house?
I mean, that fully depends on if Sweets turned on a lamp, I think. I mean, there's definitely, like, a desk lamp here and there, and, like, just a regular big light.
Cool. Like, she puts her ear sort of like, she cups her hand over her ear and like, her fingers sort of distort like a little cup. And she puts her hand up against like the wall that would be, the wall that the door is on, but the door is currently blocked, but just listening out and like to see if Red has gone to bed yet, because it has been established that he's a snorer, to see if she can hear him asleep.
He's asleep, fully. Absolutely.
Cool. So, I think with the eternal passive bonus of dark makes me stronger, with the strength of 3 or 4 people, I do think she's going to, as quietly as she can, and I imagine fairly quietly and with a decent degree of finesse, she's just going to lift the bookcase off the ground and set it to the side and crack the door open. And then definitely going to be doing this with advantage. And since she's not being currently observed, I'm going to just state that if it's cool with the DM, if this fails, I am just going to try multiple times. Going to, let's see, where are we at? Let me find my friggin'. Here we go. Gonna. Hide in Oh, I didn't click that right. Hang on. Hide in shadows. Here we go. Advantage. Yes.
Hide in the shadows. Yeah. Choose 3 effects, if you will.
Excellent.
Nice.
I will be unseen by other forces. I will be able to make a quick exit, and there will not be unintended consequences.
Hell
I
yeah.
think she is going to crack the door open, and then as she's done before, she's going to sort of shadow flatten, and then, again, if the house is not currently lit, just sort of silently slide herself around the cast shadows in the house, just looking and rummaging silently for other possible information, notes, what have you.
I mean, with that, yeah. You go to the dorms first, checking if the papers are still there on the dining table, which they are. And I mean, you're just so you're like the darkness, the shadows that are already in this room meld with your own shadow in a way that you're completely invisible.
Perfect. I think sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, do you look through the papers right then and there?
I was going to say, I think just to make things easier on herself, I think we're going to gather first, take back to the room, and then look over everything. So, like, she grabs the notes from the table, and then I think confident in her obfuscation at this point is just going to continue to search. Not really sure what she'd find, but I mean, we're already on this sort of path. We might as well just scan everything we possibly can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you scan around and see that there's also some papers that are like kind of stuffed in between the mattress and the bed frame of where Red's sleeping. That pretty easily just come out.
Be having those.
And after a little while longer of looking, you're pretty confident you found anything that isn't back in Red's bedroom. And you're able to make a silent exit and get right back in there.
Perfect. I think the bookcase does go right back in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, to start with, I would love sort of a refresher on the bits that Cooper had read over. I know there's bits about the machines and the gummy blocks, but like, and this is Cat the player remembers that,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
The big one I remember was notes about extracting something from the gummies,
yeah.
and also something about how the machines are incorporating gummy.
Yes. And yeah,
And in my brain, that turned into Dr. Robotnik, bad mix are powered by animals.
yeah. Beat up the robots, get gummy bits.
yeah, because Rowan had even said, "Oh, we can just bash the machines and take the gummy bits out."
Yeah. And yeah, as you find those notes and look deeper into them, it's clear that what this is, for one, the machines seem to be... The machines are clearly attempting to build some sort of vehicle. And from the looks of it, they want one that can fly. And not with any help from Red's notes, but from the intel gathered, like research into how one would get away from a world, research into gummy bits and how they work. And it's clear that there's been other gummy ships that they've been able to salvage before, but it seems like, at least based on these notes, that they've not succeeded in recreating a gummy ship. And it seems like they're kind of stuck on how the thing actually skips worlds. Like, how does it actually sort of leave? And amongst all these blueprints and notes, there's also actually the papers that were tucked sort of into the mattress of Red's bed are blueprints of what seems to be a giant drill with 3 legs and a long sort of body on top, like a chimney, or something similar. And from what you can glean, it's meant to be autonomous and self-repairing. Like, that seems to be the main focus of this machine. Able to withstand all kinds of beatings and explosions, so it can keep drilling. And with those papers, there is also some scrawled notes of Red's. And this is probably... well, I leave that up to your judgment, I suppose, but at least what seems to be a very serious attempt from his of, like, he's been, like, writing down plans of, like, where this thing is supposed to go, how far they are from completing it, or if it's already complete, how they would go about taking it down. And well, there's a few important bits that stick out. One is the drill's ready. And they plan to use it on Animal Village. It seems that they're just sort of waiting for the go to make a move. Because they've determined that where Animal Village is both a great spot to be away from the extremely dangerous dark mist, and it's close to the heart. And, well, I mean, if they can get rid of the animals in the process, great. And Red seems to have tried out a few plans, then scratched them out and written more down. And there's some notes where he's, like, tried to redraw this machine based on the blueprints. Circled the spots where it's sort of like tripod legs have, I mean, what you would call knees. And there's just written down, this is the only weak spot. And it ain't that weak. But with enough force from explosions, it could at least be crippled to give them a fighting chance.
Finding out that they want to drill through Animal Village and not even kill everyone as a targeted goal, but just kill everyone as a convenient side effect. That's sure a big one.
It ain't great.
And then, like, she doesn't know anything about robots or gummy ships. And then no sooner does she think that, like, I don't know how much I should trust Red's read on this, because Red's read on other things feels so unbelievably out of touch. But at the same time, she doesn't know enough about machines to know if he's right or not. And then just... she remembers fucking Bowen doing his stupid crackpot somehow build a working tank cannon out of spare parts in the blink of an eye, and just, like, basically the sort of, god damn it, I don't know, but he probably would.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, to start with, she's just pissed about it. Like, she want all that she wants is for this thing that wasn't her fault or her problem to not somehow become her responsibility. And there's this fucking creeping feeling that the circumstances are just going to drop this in her lap. And whether it's her problem or not, does she really? She cannot decide right now if it would still be worse. That if, well, how to put this? I don't want to have to fucking do anything because everything is just going to stay the same kind of shitty. But now when confronted with the thought of like, if I don't do something, is shit's going to get worse? Like, I've got enough shit on my conscience, I don't even know what it is. Like, I mean, there is always the hope that the two bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, still, oh, let's be heroes, little kids, I mean, they're in their 20s, but kids might just take this information and go, and she can just fucking go back and rebuild her fucking house and just leave it to them, since they seem so intent on fixing problems that have nothing to do with them. But they're idiots. Now, granted, one of them is smart, but can she actually trust them to do the job that they say that they want to do? She can't seem to trust anyone else to do the jobs that they say they're gonna do. And after, just it's a lot of sort of silent reading and being overwhelmed by information, and just, rubber ducking things out here and there, like talking to somebody, but obviously just speaking out loud so she can hear her own thoughts. Because like, oh yeah, like you're gonna somehow pick now to start talking, and I'm sure you know all about these fucking gummy things and how the machines work. You seem to know so well before, and look where it got us. But at the same time, like, I don't know, she's while also being frustrated by the amount of information, just going back and forth between being mad at Red for being incompetent, being mad at somebody for dropping this in her lap, being mad at the two of them for showing up to begin with, and wondering, I don't know, maybe I could have just waited out the clock and lived out my life before any of this shit even became an issue. Just, sort of tossing the ball of blame back and forth in any sort of mental attempt to make this not her problem, with the slow dawning realization that to some degree it has somehow become her fucking problem.
Yup.
Uh-oh.
And then it's, again, if to anyone who was a fly on the wall would hear her say, well, I'm not going to tell him I'm fucking sorry, that's for sure. If anyone owes anyone an apology, it's them. Get that out of the way right now. I ain't sorry for shit. If anything, they owe me. If anything... No, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what bridge? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, I'm not gonna kick the shit out of that kid on no sleep. And look, you've had your time. Maybe just let me have this tonight. I don't want any more weirdness from you. I'm tired. I don't know if you get tired anymore. But just, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to sleep, and I plan to stay asleep until I am done sleeping. Do you hear me? I don't know if you hear me. I'm sure you do. And then just sort of She checks to make sure that the door and the window are secure. Maybe even piles a little bit of extra stuff in front of them just so she can have the peace of mind of like, yeah, I'm strong enough to move these things, but no other one person could.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that all of the notes are maybe not the neatest, but rather than crumpled, they're folded so that they all fit into her pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes and she doesn't know if she's going to be coming back once she leaves. So yeah, she takes the photo out from behind the other chest of drawers, the one that she, no matter how mad she gets, she's not about to punch that one, so it's obviously back there and fine. She opens up the bag, she puts the photo inside, and before she can stop herself, she grabs the fucking pink keyblade and picks it up and just sort of looks at it for a minute. She doesn't do anything with it.
Oh.
But she just, looks grumpily at it. Like, I'd better not have to fucking pull you out of the bag. And puts it back in, ties everything up, and then she goes the fuck to sleep.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Holy shit. So, we go from Red's house back over across the village, across the little bit of open bit of grass and shrubbery, and reach the edge of the forest, where there's some embers still burning in a campfire, and, well, a sleeping boy, probably a sleeping Mog.
Fully clonked out.
Yeah.
Didn't get a lot of sleep the night before. Best sleep he's had in a while. He's exhausted.
He's got his palm to regrow. He needs his energy. He was full of gummy blocks like a few hours ago.
He's gonna sleep them off.
Yeah. And for Rowan, it's boring. It's a fairly uneventful night, which is good when you're worried about stuff happening. And there's at some point during the late hours where you're starting to have to fight the urge to just close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just this weird tingling, itching feeling that seems to kind of start at your forehead and then move down and towards your right arm, and as you go to where it finally seems to sort of rest and stay in place, this feeling, you go to scratch it. And I mean, maybe it's just the light, because it is dark, but like it looks like, I mean, you could like, the light you can explain, but your skin looks sort of grayish around your wrist and spreading up over the back of your hand. You're probably just tired, it's probably just the light, whatever. And then sort of shake your hand instinctively to shake this off. And again, maybe it's just, you're just tired. You're just tired and it's been stressful, but you could swear that as you do, your arm has a sort of weird rubbery give to it. As if your bones are just suggestions. and then it seems to pass.
Weird. No, don't. Stay up.
And the night passes. And we can finally heal y'all up a little bit.
Yay, healing!
It's just a little bit of healing. Bow and heal.
Bowen, heal. Thank you for heal, Bowen.
Yeah. You and Xweets have still taken 1 harm.
Yup.
Yep.
But it's better than when you butted heads.
Mm-hmm.
It show is.
And you know, that's probably a good place to take our next ad break, because it's coming up. And I can't snooze it much longer, man. Wow,
Some KH2
hello.
gummy ship music.
KH2 Gummy Ship. Hello, Chad.
Hi, chat.
Hi.
Is everyone having a normal time?
Are we being normal in here?
I'm being so normal behind the mute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're saying some crazy stuff right now. People are looking.
I mean, I'd hope they're looking.
Also, Cat, please peep the pinned.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Sweet's
Oh,
facing
yeah.
the realization that this may in fact be her circus and her monkeys.
I hate monkeys. Anyone that knows me knows I hate monkeys.
Why are they
You look at
hiding?
their stupid eyes and it's like there's somebody in there. I hate that.
June also said, I'll also pin that one because, I mean, it came right after, so I didn't feel like I could, but now I feel okay with it. Because holy shit,
Yup.
if this has to be my circus...
There can be 2 clowns with
me.
So accurate.
Sunken Valley, a nutshell.
Yeah. Oh.
Sweet, it's real interesting that you're just like a monkey's comes from seeing something inside them.
Oh.
Weird that.
Anyways,
Freaking...
5, huh?
I'm sure I have no idea what that could possibly mean, and any possible insight of that is lost on me, and I just think your scarf looks dumb.
You take that back about his scarf, it looks cute!
I mean, it looks better than your fucking pant jorts.
Oh, I am gonna destroy
Damn.
you for
Those-
this!
What are those straps for? No, just answer me this one question. How many doorknobs have you gotten snagged on today?
That's irrelevant! These are emergency ropes!
Emergency ropes. What, like you're gonna jump out of a plane and they're gonna attach you to a parachute?
You never know when you need rope for emergency situations, and when you find yourself without rope, you'll be begging for my pants!
Have you needed to use them so far?
One time, yes!
Was it to get yourself out of a situation you created?
That's irrelevant!
Okay.
Did he use the pants in Safety Town? Oh no!
No, he would have had different clothes back then.
Ah, I see.
firmly believe those are zip-off pants. He lost the legs too.
Yeah.
That's also irrelevant!
Maybe he got the pants because, in hindsight, those would have really helped him out in Safety Town.
Yeah, they really would have.
Like, if I'd only had some emergency
having
rope.
Emergency rope would have solved the issue of Safety Town.
If only I had my Jinkos.
I would have
Hit
been
them.
able to make a lasso, and I would have been able to stop it.
You sound last so dumb right now.
Wait.
It was the wind.
Holy shit. So, morning comes, and
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not even sure, but I'm just preemptively trapdooring all of us. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Solemnly dons the survival shorts. Safety time must never happen again.
You telling me these are your serious pants?
Yes.
Oh god. It's morning.
Roleplay mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. And I mean, honestly, it's probably over to Rowan, who's didn't go to sleep at all.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, you're awake.
Morning.
How you feeling, bud?
I'll get a nap later. It's fine.
I really thought you were gonna say, well, I feel a little funny.
It's fine. It's fine. I was just weird. Trick of the light. Fine. I was just a bit tired is all. I think that he's gonna be like sort of waiting, not really wanting to disturb Cooper, so like sort of waiting and deciding like, do I go out and make breakfast or do I, how quiet can I actually be? This is a question that takes too long for him to answer.
How was Rowan keeping watch? Were you like just sitting? Were you laying down?
Oh,
like
rookie
laying
mistake.
in the tent as though like pretending to sleep, but like didn't actually go to sleep. Was just kind of keeping an ear out.
Cool. Rowan is... God fuck me.
Yeah, no, you got it. Hang on. Let me just switch those around. I'm so sorry I got those confused.
For those of
No,
you
you're good. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. God, I knew something was wrong this whole time.
We'll
For
get
those
it in
of
the
you
edit. We'll
taking
get it
part
in the edit.
drinking game. Take a drink.
Hey!
Thank you.
Commands.
Continue,
Cooper.
please.
Cooper.
Cooper's absolutely going to be like right up next to you.
No!
Like how right up next to him.
I
Clipping
imagine
into
you're
you slightly.
looking into you slightly. I imagine you're probably also in an attempt to not fall asleep, like on your back, just like stiff as a board. Cooper is like spooning your side.
Yes! Oh my god, Rowan Blushy!
He doesn't know he's doing it.
That's gay.
Tee.
That counts.
Write that down.
In that case, his reaction's definitely gonna be like, I can't move a muscle. But also, this feels really nice.
There's a cat laying down on your leg.
He will not be able to do anything until Cooper wakes up. Full stop.
Does Sweets get up early, or does she just get whatever rest she can get?
I think she wakes up about 9.5 hours from after whatever time it was she went to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's probably not up first thing in the morning.
No.
No.
It might still be AM when she wakes up. It depends.
Mm-hmm. I mean, eventually, Cooper wakes up.
Yes.
Right next
Yeah,
to
assuming
Rowan.
Rowan does absolutely nothing to
Mm-hmm.
intervene. Cooper will eventually wake up earlier than not, but definitely having slept in longer than he would have normally.
Mm-hmm.
And is feeling rested and completely unaware of the situation. Not only, I think, just the very literal where he is, but even just like having half forgotten about even coming to Sunken Valley, kind of, wow, that was a really weird dream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that weird feeling you get when sleeping somewhere new, where you're like, where am I?
Oh my god, the Homer Simpson line of, there's 3 seconds after waking up before I remember why I'm sleeping on the lawn.
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
precisely. I think so. Yeah, I think Cooper's gonna kind of like slowly get up, look around, be like, Rowan, why am I in your tent?
Oh,
What?
good morning, Cooper. Morning. You fell asleep straight away. You must have been really tired.
Yeah. I think he's still trying to piece together that this isn't your dorm room. It probably takes like a bird flying by or something.
All right. Why don't I make us some breakfast? The campfire from last night is still. I'll only need a few more steaks. You sleep well?
The what? You have a right. Right. No, yeah, I slept good, thank you. How'd you sleep?
Real good.
Are you okay? You're talking funny.
Who, me? No, it's just, I'll make breakfast. I got eggs. I picked them up from Red's the other day. Take what time you need. And he, like, awkwardly just, like, makes his way out of the tent and just sort of, like, takes a deep breath of just, like, okay.
Mog, did he sleep? Yeah, alright. Eggy!
Eggy.
And, yeah, he's gonna start making breakfast. And pretend that everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cooper's gonna after becoming slightly more conscious to the situation, I think also get out of the tent and offer to help. If Rowan needs anything, or make sure he doesn't burn himself or something from lack of sleep.
Yeah, fair.
Falls asleep with his face into the open flame and just somehow stays asleep.
Yeah.
Not now, Master Fritz.
Yeah. You know, I fully imagine that. Like, Cooper could have seen how tired Rowan is from the bags under his eyes if it hadn't been for the fact that he's blushing so much that it's like negating the bags. But yeah, you get up, you do a little nice little Iggy.
Iggy. Nico.
Bro, you're on fire! Iggy 12. Yeah, I installed that bot recently. Totally works. Yeah, you make some breakfast. Start getting ready for whatever your plans are this day.
And, like, sort of on top of everything else, that, like, it's very clear that Ro's not having a normal one this morning. He, like, when packing up the tent and stuff, he's not the same level of energy that he usually is, and he's not even mentioned training once.
I can't wait for when we skip a few hours and Rowan is on the no sleep sudden energy burst, like absolutely manic. That's gonna be special.
Babe, what's wrong? You've hardly touched your keyblade.
Holy shit.
Oh gosh. And he does at the very least sort of like, once everything's done, he's like, hey, so about the talk yesterday, I think we should just go back to the crash site and try and get the rest of the gummy pieces. We can probably ask Red to just sort of pass us out the gummy blocks in his house later. Just to make sure that, like, nobody else tries to freaking take them. Like that weird evil scientist lady in. And Crank. I thought he was good, man.
Crank.
At the very least, at least they're behind bars. They're not going to be a problem again.
Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Say we'll probably never see them again. Yes. I think it would be a good idea to go back there.
Yeah. Let's see.
And
from
then
here-
maybe we could...
Hmm?
I mean, if we're gonna be near Xweets' house, I feel like I'm doubling down on something that I didn't mean to become a thing at all. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. See, so I was thinking we could look through the rubble of Xweets' house to find out anything more about her, but the second that I'm really thinking that through, I'm doing. Do you?
Oh no!
He like puts his hand on Shoulders Cooper, on Cooper's shoulder.
Rowan hasn't slept, okay? Rowan's very tired.
Oh, fuck, we've got a fourth character now.
Shoulder, I'm so glad you're here.
You always have me to cry on. Ho ho!
He chuckles and puts his hand on Cooper's shoulder.
You did it!
And he's like, hey, I mean, I'm curious too, dude. Like, this place is weird, and like, at the very least, why don't we see if we can, like, save anything from the rubble? And if we happen to find stuff that happens to tell us about maybe what's going on here, then we can at the very least give some information, which I'm sure our masters would find interesting, so we didn't just run away and do nothing. Maybe they overlooked something and they'll understand and they'll call us heroes for finding out all this info. And besides that, we didn't really make the best impression with Xweets, and I feel really, really bad about her health. Maybe
Let's
if
go
we
pilfer
could,
it until she feels better.
I don't know, maybe...
Listen.
We robbed your house! Do you like us? We found all your gems!
Remember that first time I looked through your stuff? I did it again 12 hours later.
I chose up and... Fuck, no. Keep going, sorry.
What I'm
It was
saying
just
is-
all right there.
You weren't using it?
Something you said the other day made me really think. You said, houses, like gummy ships, be rebuilt. And, I mean, I could make us a smaller gummy ship if there's enough of the debris of her house and some spare blocks. We could probably make her like a little cottage or something. It's just a silly idea I was thinking up in the night, you know? Like a, sorry we blew up your house. Because by that point, everything will have been made right again. You know, at least for the stuff that we affected. World order and all that, right? Maybe? And maybe she won't be so mad at us if we give her a house. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, if she's... It would be a nice thing to do.
Exactly. And that is what heroes are all about! Now we're wasting daylight. It's this way. No, wait, it's that way.
Smash cut to a few hours later, them just installing gummy ship parts haphazardly onto the house.
Someone is gathering light and granting advantage.
Advantage for Sweet for new house. No,
Thank you.
That's Rowan. Sweets, please. There we go. But yeah,
I getting the two of them mixed up, I understand.
He's like, wait, Rowan, did you install engine parts on the house? Oh no!
They're not on.
No, Rowan knows how this works. It's Cooper that's not sure which one's which.
No, not that piece. No.
Wait, this isn't like a gutter? This funnel
No.
shape? You're saying this funnel shape is actually the engine, not for water.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
huh.
really important.
But yeah, you head on out in the direction of Sweet's house. I mean, it seems like Sweets is gonna get some pretty undisturbed rest. So I think it's pretty much up to you, Kat, when she wakes up. If it's like now, or if we go with the boys to the gummy situation.
I mean, she probably would be awake by this point.
Hmm.
But also she, a bit like myself at this point, would be like, are they fucked off? Do I sniff the ground to see if it smells stupid and follow that? Or
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
But that said, like, I would imagine that given that she has sort of stolen some things, she probably would set off in a direction once she's awake, taking all of her stuff with her this time.
Good call.
And like I'm sitting here sort of thinking this is again above board. Like I can't decide if it would be too convenient to just send her to where they're going, but like to her house does still seem like a place that she might be inclined to go.
Oh, for
But
sure.
also,
I mean, as you're saying, above board, do we want to get the three of them together right now? I mean, I'm thinking. Yeah.
That's definitely the direction we're slowly heading. I don't want to force it before it makes sense for it to actually happen. I just want to make sure that I'm not like, cool, and Sweets conveniently just happens to go to the place where they happen to also be going.
As a player, I would love if the boys could have, like, at least a moment to, like, look through the debris of her house without knowing that she's there, or without her finding them yet.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I think if there's anything that she would do first thing in the morning, because, I mean, she spent her whole time awake last night really being faced with just the gross incompetence of everyone around her.
Yup.
I think as a little side quest before find the pink one and stupid, that maybe we just go and check and see if Maze and Crank are still being held or not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a great question.
So yeah, I think she heads towards Mayor Flappy's to start with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's take the scene there first. So yeah, you head to Mayor Flappy's, as the boys
Pinky
are.
and the Brainless, Kate, that's very good.
Yeah.
The unlicensed slammer inspector.
Don't say that. Yeah, no, you got it. Yeah, you make your way over to Mayor Flappy's house. And as you approach the door, it opens in front of you, and Mayor Flappy has just opened the door. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Probably not.
Hey,
But
now.
seeing as you're the one standing in front of me, look, scoreboard, what do you want? You didn't let him go, did you?
Mr. Shu? Oh, you mean... prisoners.
Okay, the word prisoner is encouraging.
Yeah, well... we thought... Well, Mr. Shu thought... Mr. Shu said that he got a very good tip, an anonymous tip from someone that maybe we shouldn't just let them go just like that. So we're currently trying to figure out what to do about it. Do you want to come in? Help us out? Maybe?
Oh, I mean, what I want has not been a factor for several days, so in I come.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
You walk inside this big, like, reception area, office area, mayor area room. But would you like a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I would.
Here you go. Freshly brewed this morning. Which means
You got
20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Sorry? Sugar? Milk?
sugar? You got sugar?
Oh, we got sugar.
Excellent.
How many?
How's it? Just, I'll take them.
You'll take them?
Yeah.
All of them? That's
Look,
a-
we can sit here and discuss my coffee preferences, or we can get down to brass tacks.
All right, well...
She probably sort of stretches her hand past the mayor and just grabs the container of sugar.
Yeah. Just a bowl of sugar cubes. Just, can I just have just one of... No, I prefer
Alright,
mine
I'll-
black
I'll-
anyway.
I'll leave you one.
Oh, thank you kindly. So, as you can see, she points to a pile of papers underneath which Mr. Shu is snoring away.
Of course.
He's been up all night trying to work the case, you see. And, well, I'm sorry, I'm talking your ear off. You came here for a reason, or...
I mean, just thought I'd... Are Maze and Crank still here? You said they were being held, right?
Yes,
This is-
yes. We have him.
Okay, alright.
For now, they're being watched over by Telescopy.
I'm sorry?
Telescopy?
No, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Alright, before I get ahead of myself, is
So
this...
Mr. Shoe's not the house, but the telescope is a person.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. So
Go
is
on.
this someone who operates a telescope?
No,
Or is this...
it's a telescope! Oh no, it's you know, it's the friendly fella on top of what's the telescope. Anyway, we put them up there because, well, that's the only room that we have a lock to the door on. So. But they're being watched over, and if anything goes wrong, Telescopy will warn me. It'll be fine.
Excellent. And actually, this is sort of a fortuitous just for... would the above-named individual...
Telescopy?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know what? I'm just gonna go ask them a couple of questions and be on my way if that's all right with you.
Oh, that's very all right. And may I just say thank you so much for dealing with them, whatever they were doing over there. I mean, I assume I heard a bit, but oh, I'm so sorry. I'm rambly when it's morning. Here, and she hands you a key.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to talk to them.
Oh yeah, no, that part's fine. And Sweets is just taken aback by being thanked for anything.
Oh.
And actually, as a result of that, I would like to roll for a light link with Mayor Flappy.
Yeah! Yeah!
Let me...
Yeah!
It's not often that Sweets is seen for her effort, and it's new and novel. Alright, advantage.
Come on. Please. Yeah! Let's go!
Oh my god!
Let's go! Yes! Yes!
We did it, gamers.
We did it, gamers.
Alright, give me a second to pull her up, and I will... Oh, I mark experience for a light link, and oh, that levels me up again.
What? Let's go!
Let me first add Flappy as a light link.
Holy shit. The healing begins here. It's
And
all
I'm not
turning
talking
around.
about shoes.
God.
Yeah, no, that's a different guy. He's asleep right now.
Yeah.
Do my headphones give me a second? You could hear me, but I can't hear you. I gotta plug them back in. Okay.
Good, she didn't hear my very good joke.
Yeah.
Alright. Hello. I return.
Hello.
I'm just grabbing my character sheet here, which I'm gonna shop around for my advancement in the meantime, but yeah, so we approach Telescopy.
Yes. Oh, wait. You both get a link on one another. So let me also add that to Mayor Flappy. Buh. Yeah! Light links. Tweets. Yippee! And your link move is like a special case, so it doesn't make sense here, right?
Correct. I will double check, but I'm almost positive. Yeah, when another character makes a dark link is when mine triggers.
Yeah. Yeah. She goes, "Oh, you know what? I'll go with you if that's all right." And
You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I shouldn't be long.
fantastic. Well, let's go then. You can still unlock the door if you'd like. And she starts making her way upstairs.
Weeds uses her fancy new key and unlocks the door.
I want to make a comment like, wow, you really know how to handle keys, huh? But like, that's a fucking insane thing to say.
Wow, this looks like you've done this before.
You sure know a thing or two about doors. Mayor Flappy, get a hobby.
You should know a thing about walking. What?
It gets so lonely being the mayor.
Someone would only say if they were flirting.
Someone is gathering light and granting advantage.
Sweet's favorite weapon key. Yeah. Another advantage for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Nick's got it. Flappy doesn't say it, but she does think it and then thinks it's weird. But yeah, you go upstairs and... I mean, it's pretty much just a staircase right up into a door that's locked. And you unlock it and step into the circular observatory room / inside of telescopy? I hadn't thought about that.
Oh no.
And you see Mace up against one of the walls with a big fat frog in her hands, kind of just muttering to herself. And then she looks up. Ah! Hello? Are we free to go yet, or?
No. No. What? No.
Oh.
Why would... Shut up.
Can I help you?
I don't want to be rude. I do, actually. If I were going to ask someone for help, do you really think I would come to you? What possible situation... Oh, gee, I woke up feeling remarkably unfrog-like today. How can I fix that? Let me trundle on over and talk to... No, all right? Just...
All right. I have many other useful potions, but fine. Not all bad. But I wouldn't help you anyway. What do you want?
You're talking a lot. All right. And she turns... I mean, is it immediately... Oh, God. If we're... What part of telescopy would Sweets talk to?
That's a great question. I think, to answer that question, sort of the eyepiece, you know, whatever you call that, where you would look through a telescope, sort of just...
Proboscis.
No, I don't think so. No, not that.
I mean, in this case, I do worry that that's not as inaccurate as I would like it to be.
Oh, man. But the eyepiece sort of cartoonishly forms into, like, shapes itself like a mouth, goes, oh, hello.
Oh, all right. Help. All right, just in the sake of brevity, you seem like someone who sees a lot of things. Am I overstepping here by assuming that?
No, I see many things. Why, thank you. What would you like to know?
Would you by chance have seen two sort of weird-looking... See, I say kid, but they're like, what, 20? 25? I don't know. Anyway, one of them's got big, red, spiky hair.
Oh,
the other one...
yes. Those! They were camping last night, you know.
Oh.
Yes. They looked very cute. They had a bonfire and everything. And a tent.
Yeah, they're like clearly dating, but they get weird when people point it out.
Oh, yes. I can see many things, but I can't see why they don't just kiss already.
I mean, right, though? It's not like I'm sitting here
right,
wanting
though.
to watch them, but just like, who are they kidding, right? Who are they kidding?
Exactly. But yes,
Anyway.
They got up earlier this morning, packed up camp, and went over, Well, isn't it your house that way? The Big Hand.
Yeah, they didn't.
They did. I don't know if they went all the way there. The weather is fine and the forest is full of leaves. I haven't seen your house since last winter, but I believe so.
Seen your house since last winter. No, that's very good. That's a good touch. Anyway. Yep. All right. I know that you got your. She pauses. Hands full with these two ass faces over here. Or at least this ass face and Crank, who I thought was better than that, and I kind of hope still is, but I don't know. Yeah, Crank. Yep.
Craig.
What?
Craig.
I don't know how to fix you.
Craig.
Why do I know that? I don't even know what you're saying. Why do I think I can talk with a frog? This is a strange day for Sweets. Anyway,
Yeah, it sure is. You're talking to the end of a telescope. You're inside an observatory talking to the end of a telescope. And also there's a frog man.
Frog man? Man frog?
Tran.
Something to ponder on the way. Part man, part frog. Oh, Crank. Anyway,
Crank. Crank and my frog. Anyway, yeah.
Who up cranking they frog? Maze. If Maze is up cranking they frog and they crank, it doesn't matter. Actually, it sounded worse that way.
Yeah. Oh, it's
No
silly
one's gonna let me
hours.
sleep in this town.
Okay, so first of all, before I resolve the scene, I have decided that my advancement is going to be to add 1 light to Sweets' stat, taking it to a hefty 0.
Wow! That's a big day for Sweets.
That's a big
Yeah.
day for Sweets. Didn't she get more heart last time?
She did, yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm looking through my potential moves from my book, and I'm like, leveling up from a successful light link, I don't feel like taking the skill Hate Lingers in Every Heart would be the way to go with this one.
I've made my first friend in years, and that makes me hateful.
That makes me angry.
No, yeah, I mean, you could pull it off as like a Miles Edgeworth. You've saddled me with unnecessary emotions.
Oh shit, that's Edgeworth is a frustratingly plausible comparison here, but
that's besides the point.
Thank you, Kate, for almost everything that I know about Phoenix Wright. Anyway,
Yippee.
that is to say, assuming that Telescopy is a person, I assume I would be rolling to make a link with them as well, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And, oh, I'm yeah, I'm like, I don't want to just start making all light links because that's not where she's at yet, but like, it is because Telescopy has helped her achieve an objective, so like, feel like that's the way to go.
Yep, sounds right. Oh, if you hadn't taken the stat increase, that would have been a fail.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh god, that's such good flavor though. It just edges in.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like this is written so that it's my choice. And like, cool. I can metagame that my link move that wouldn't trigger anyway doesn't trigger.
I mean, yeah. And that is the choice.
Yep. Cool. So yep, it goes. I this is an advantage that I didn't realize I would have to my link move, is that on a mixed success, I can just sort of dump a thing that wouldn't happen anyway and keep what I want.
Yeah. I think all of y'all have that going. Like, weirdly, all of your link moves are like special cases.
Someone is gathering light and granting advantage.
Yeah. No, I mean, and also genuinely, because at first that seemed like Shu, but then Shu sort of needed to be coached through his own job. Telescopy just answered a question helpfully, and then they had a moment of, yeah, what's up with them, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She doesn't need much.
So let me just add that link real quick.
Yeah, it's that feeling when you're talking to, like, a stranger at the bar, and you suddenly find something that you're both pissed at. Like, right? Yeah, right? Like, you're my friend now!
Somebody finally said it, yep. Bonding over mutual distaste. That is very sweet. I can't believe I'm typing telescopy into her.
I'm so sorry for making you type telescopy into character sheet.
This game's real good.
Yeah, telescopy, thanks for being fucking normal.
You got it.
That in and of itself is just a delicious irony. Thanks for being the most normal person I've seen in several days. You telescopy the talking telescope. Just wait till you meet Panopticon he's over with the machine.
Oh, God.
No matter where you go, I see you. And I hope that makes you uncomfortable.
Corellis, I hope you realize that you just named this guy. Correct.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah. Yeah! I hadn't even thought about that, but both places have, like, an important building with one central eye. Huh.
God damn it.
I mean, I'm meant for that, and I'm cool.
I hate it so affectionate. It's perfect. But yeah, with that, I think Xweets is gonna. All right, I'll get out of your hair. I don't want to take up too much of anybody's time. And under her breath, like, quit while I'm ahead. You've got four strings as well.
Well, do come back sometime when, perhaps when I'm not guarding anyone.
You know what? I might just do that. We'll see how things shake out. I hope you have a. And like, she doesn't stop. This is just Kat saying what she's thinking while in the middle of the sentence, thinking to herself, "Who am I right now?" He says, "I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Thank you for the coffee." And she does take the sugar container with her. She drinks the rest of the coffee and does leave the cup, but the sugar comes with her. And I'll get out of your lens. You know what? No, it's like I'll get out of your lens, and I should probably catch up to the two of them before anything untoward happens, if it hasn't already. It never stops. It never stops. Anyway, thank you.
My pleasure. Yep. Bye, Xweets. Come by anytime. I'll have more sugar cubes.
Good. And I think as she on her way out, Flappy would see her just crunch down a sugar cube just whole.
Yeah. Like a dang horse. And yeah, we cut over to Rowan and Cooper, approaching the house. It's a fucking wreck. I mean, There's 3 trucks that are tipped over. There's gummy plugs everywhere. There's like places where the ground's been singed, especially like there's one straight line sort of from the tree line that, you know, is fuck, god damn it, Rowan's shit.
You were so
It will
Whichever
happen
fucking
again.
one you are.
Yeah. Fucking whatever, what are ya boys, you know.
All you off-worlders look the same to me. Sweet, what the fuck?
Sweets, holy. So that's why you're evil. Yeah, you know, there's signs of there was definitely a struggle here yesterday. Shits and shambles, and there's like still the research tents that are like half taken down, half blown over. Some of them are still standing. And not immediately any people.
Okay, I think that the coast is clear. What a relief! I'd have hate to have fought more of those machine guys.
Have we even fought the machines yet? Like, that was Maze and her little Heartless.
I mean,
they're on the same team, I think.
yeah. She was
Yeah.
shouting something about them, at least. And they were
Yeah.
heading toward that direction, so I guess?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, with everything kind of... I say cleaned up, but, you know, it's... With there being less activity, there's not much here, is there?
Are you kidding me? Look at all these materials!
This looks like a great place.
Who
So
finds
these
some
tents are great. They've got like some supports that we could like use as a blueprint, and then we could like combine them to make them bigger. And there are some beams that are somewhat in one piece, and loads of those gummy pieces are building pieces. So, you know, ones that we can spare.
I'll also say, in you know, the light of a new day and without immediate chaos erupting, you do notice that the trucks are, or at least, you know, before they were knocked around, were decorated opulently with rows upon rows of shimmering, shiny gemstones of all colors, the entire rainbow.
What
Oh
the
my
hell?
gosh.
Like, it's pretty much just your average pickup truck, but then there's just instead of like racing stripes, there's just stripes of gems.
You know, in the heat of battle, I didn't really take the time to see this. It's a bit much, right?
Yeah, are these like just rhinestones, or are these like actual... Are these synthesis materials?
Mystery goo.
Shards!
Serenity power.
With that question, actually, can I do a deep dive with an advantage because his mom's a synthesizer?
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
Ah!
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hmm,
Do you have the question list in front of you?
I do.
Nice.
First and foremost, how can I word this to try and answer the question that I'm trying to do? What here could I use to synthesize items?
I mean, that's a broad question.
Mog, next question.
What here could you use to synthesize items? I mean, probably the gemstones. I'll say, I mean, okay, I'll say definitely some of these gemstones could be used for synthesis. Like, some of them are similar to blazing gems. Is that one? That's one, right?
Yeah.
Shining crystals. Maybe even if you're
Yeah.
lucky, there'll be an orichalcum gem in there.
Just
Me
glued
actively
to the
trying to
side
remember.
Of a fucking truck.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, actually, because that is one of the rarer materials. You spot and like a piece of orichalcum that's like used as a hood ornament.
He's just like, what the heck? No, seriously. And he's like pointing them out, every single one. And he's just like, these are really hard to find. And they've just,
Yep.
it's on all of these trucks.
All of them.
What the heck?
It's like Cooper's just kind of watching, like, oh, okay, I wonder why they have that. And then Mog is sniffing around on another truck like the anteater going after that pumpkin.
Sniffer, sniffer, sniffer.
I technically have 2 questions left as well.
You sure do.
What here is not as it seems?
Ooh, that's a great question. Huh. What is here that isn't as it seems? Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see. So although the house is mostly in ruins, so it's hard to tell what's supposed and not supposed to be there, the door is, like, the front door is weirdly wide open. Like, weirdly wide open. And you're pretty sure it wasn't yesterday. Rowan's rubber hose
Interesting.
wrist. Yeah, true.
And this is a weird wording to try and get down to the question that I want to actually ask.
Mm-hmm. It's genie rules. You gotta be so specific.
Woo! Havana, havana.
Humana, humana! Rowan, who's your friend?
I mean, it says you ask questions. Does it have to be questions?
Does it have to be questions? Is that what you said?
Does it have to be the questions that are written here?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Then,
Although, I guess if you have something really specific, go for it.
what is the biggest fret that was left here?
Ooh!
Mhm.
Ooh, I like that. That would be probably the warp gummy. Because if that shit's compromised structurally, that's a lot of really, really dangerous magical energy just kinda going unstable.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And that could explode in a variety of fun and not so fun ways.
And that's the one that was just left on the floor.
It's right there.
Okay. With this information, I kind of want to do like an unfolding sort of. Me, the player, now has the answers.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan will find those out in a certain order.
Yeah. No, totally.
So definitely, he sees the like they're inspecting the trucks first, and he sort of points out that these are synthesis items that have just been glued to the side of these trucks. What?
Yeah, as you get closer, you can see like the trucks have like pretty finely crafted sockets for these gems that are slotted nicely in there. However, we also have an ad break incoming.
Yeah.
And I cannot snooze.
Ooh.
So let's take the Rowan sniffing around after the ads. Hello, chat. Sneef! Mark Sneef! Mark Sneef! Darkfold, it's so good! Sneef!
He's sneefing.
Sneefing.
Sniffing for clues.
Perhaps a clue? Yeah, so.
His palm's back.
His palm's back! Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's also a synthesis material.
Mm.
You can make cards with it. Anyway, so, Rowan, begins to sniff around.
He is looking around, and after the trucks, he turns around and is like, "Hey, was her door always open like that?" And he starts to walk towards it, and as he does, this is the point where he doesn't notice the hole in the ground and does fall down immediately as he steps over it. And it's just like, that's so weird. Ow!
But Rowan, where'd you go?
In a hole.
There's what? Oh.
Stupid,
Why are you down there?
stupid, sweet, stupid hole. Ugh. And the sound of unclipping starts to happen as he starts to unbuckle the hangies on his pants and
No.
clips them together.
Yeah!
All right, attach it to the pan and toss it up.
Doing it. And he throws it up.
Safety pants!
Straps don't break, but the shitty carabiners do immediately.
That's why these are name brand good ones for rock climbing.
They're emergency. They can't be bad. He throws it up and attempts to climb up.
I'll catch it and do my best to plant my feet into the ground and just hold it steady.
Wait, hang on. Which hole is this?
The portable hole that
Mm-hmm.
was left over. That
Yeah.
dried into paint, and specifically I have been mulling over when to drop the it only reopens when it is comedically the funniest.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, that's the okay. No, that's the mechanic that justifies it.
Yeah. It works when it's funny.
Oh god.
Somewhere on her way, Sweets just gets a slight thought that something funny may have just happened.
My tune senses are tinkling.
And he scrambles back out. And he goes, calling my pants stupid. Thanks, Cooper.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know why that happened. I thought that was. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. This world is nuts. I didn't even see it. Ugh. Ugh, that's fine. And he like steps around it now, like as like looks around for like any other holes that may be there, even though that. And he approaches the door and like looks it over and is like, "This seems weird."
Do you think someone was just here?
Or like, did it blow open in the fight?
I didn't think we were all that close to her house during the fight, all things considered. You're sure it wasn't like that before?
I mean, she opened it, but not like all the way. Because then the house fell down and it was both really sad and a little bit funny. Because it was like right as she opened the door, man. Like it all fell down at once. Like it. I know.
Scene here: the hero laughing at the circumstances under which he unhomed someone.
This place is just kind of really silly sometimes, and that's really silly, you know?
That does seem to be part of the rules of this place, yes.
Yeah. Still. Looks like there's really not much aside from rubble and... I mean, what do they see in the ruins?
Like in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything specifically that could be used to understand more about Sweets' history or position relative destroyer of world or old hero?
I mean, Kat, the Sweets usually leave out like little notes in case she becomes a skeleton and people have to read her backstory.
If you're reading this, it means I'm probably dead. Just kidding. Fuck you. This is a grocery list, you dumb piece of shit.
A pie does fly inexplicably out from somewhere.
Mhm. I mean,
This is so specific, and yet I'm not surprised.
I mean, it's mostly just rubble. Like, maybe if you like really dug into it, I don't know, maybe you could find something. But like mostly it's just like, yeah, someone lived here until recently and then their house got fucking ruined.
So what you're saying is there's not a bunch of supervillain shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is.
Now hold on.
there is that one gummy block that's been making a weird whooshing sound for a while now. Sort of like in the garden-ish, where it's landed.
But that's not hers, that's presumably.
Yeah, presumably. I mean, it's definitely yours. You did this. Supervillain shit? I don't think so. Right, Cat?
It's probably pretty disappointingly mundane. Like, if they were to somehow find her closet, they might find another copy or two of the same outfit.
Good.
And like, I don't know, there's probably more sugar than you would expect in the cupboards.
Just.
Yeah, no, Karalis is right.
If you're reading this, don't duck.
Well, I always listen to what signs say, except that one time. That's how I'm in here.
I bet that's a trick. I'm gonna duck. The very low boxing glove hits me in the head.
Yeah.
Seeing all the sugar definitely makes Rowan sort of go. She was into baking, I guess, but there's no eggs or flour or.
Did she even know what an egg was the other day?
Is this seriously all just sugar?
There's like...
Oh, there's also brown sugar and molasses.
That's just.
Over in like one corner of the kitchen, there's like a big, nasty glob of still bubbling caramel that's was sugar cubes and now's been melted by the heat of, a spaceship crashing.
Rowan's face drops a little bit and he sort of like has a very serious like. Did she just eat sugar? That can't be.
It's all she seems to have stocked.
That can't be right.
No wonder she's so angry. Her blood sugar's all fucked up.
And like, he sort of gets a thing where he's just like, if I ever see her again, I am confronting her about this. But the humming does take his attention finally, and he's like, he finally turns to look and sees the warp gummy and is like, oh, that could be a problem.
Blam!
Oh, the one over there that's sparking and kind of like bending space around it a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you fix it?
I could try.
And as you're like going back out from the house and towards this warp gummy, you see Xweets with maybe just a hint of a spring in her step, walking towards her house.
I think maybe from far off they might hear, "Gee, I hope there aren't two idiots in my fucking house." But it is a little more sing-songy than they'd expect.
That almost might give me hope that she'd be happy to see us, but at the same time, I don't know that I'm ready to be happy to see her exactly. So that almost makes me more terrified.
Uh-oh. And I think since we're coming up on starving time anyway, that might be an okay place to stop for now. And then next time is, well, next time is Halloween, but next episode is when these three actually fucking finally talk to each other after that night.
We did it.
We did it. Do we feel good about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yippee! Hell yeah.
We had a big fight, and all I got was a good night's rest.
And a cuddle.
Well, I don't
but-
remember that.
You can
Above
still...
board, I so just want an excuse to let her summon her real weapon, but I can't think of a way to shoehorn one in 4 minutes.
That would be pretty wild. Just, hey, I'm completely turned around on this kind of stuff. Here's my keyblade. Anyway.
I can think of a way to make you angry, but I don't know that it's a good cliffhanger.
I mean, the cliffhanger could just be Mace becoming a giant heartless. Uh-oh!
She climbs out of the portable hole.
Yeah! Hello there, boys.
Nope. Zips it up.
We just saw you.
Okay, it'll be more exciting in a couple of weeks.
That's right. Get back.
Go back in your
hey,
pod.
Nolan, I'm having a pretty good day. How's about that ass kicking you keep asking for?
Little busy right now.
With what?
Trying not to make your house blow up again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This was so good. This was so good. How was there so much silliness, but then also emotions again?
Kingdom Hearts.
You can't keep
Kingdom
doing
Hearts.
this. You can't. Can't keep getting away with
Narrator,
this.
they would.
They would.
Mhm.
Dang.